I kind of just wanted to like put a disclaimer or a trigger warning on, yeah, like I seem very not upset, but like depressed and almost like, yeah, really unmotivated. And so I'm going to share it just because of wanting to be transparent and honest. Like, we all have those days. I even speak it in the footage that, you know, I'm probably heavily influenced by the fact that, one, cabin fever for 7 days straight in this tiny cabin and not doing anything else, to feeling a sense of lack of purpose in my life. That has been ongoing, but I don't think it ever won't be. Like, I think that's a part of the human condition is, yeah, to question our purpose at times in order to come back to the remembrance that it's all unfolding divinely and that we're protected and guided. And I do wholeheartedly believe that. And a more recent realization is like, why am I trying to rush things? Why am I trying to rush to fulfill either my own expectations, which are unrealistic, or what I assume are other people's expectations of me, and those expectations only exist within my head. Like, they're all in here. They don't actually exist. They're not anything tangible or even measurable. So I'm learning to slowly release. I'm relearning and re-remembering how to slowly release. And there's a lot of beauty in that. And it's profound. I also feel like, just personally, I would like to think, I think we all want to think, that I've grown a lot in the past 3 months. I think we all wish that time has that effect on us as humans. And being in a relationship, which I hadn't been for a couple of years, like in between my last relationship and this one, it's been a couple of years. It's such a powerful like generator, because of how much of it, like, just unfiltered mirror it is for all of the aspects and parts of yourself that you find triggering or hard or challenging, or unlovable even. And so it's been an honor to be able to witness that and go through that experience and that lesson all over again. The third part is that I probably was a little bit depressed at that point in my life. I literally just come out of like the start of winter in Australia, and I have a tendency throughout the years to get seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder, SAD, SAD. I get SAD, seasonal affective disorder, and I always just feel so much better in the tropics. Like, everything from like my skin to like, in the cold, my skin, I went back to Australia for a couple of days like 3 weeks ago, and my skin when I was there just over winter was like instantly like, no, I'm out, count me out. So I think it was like the accumulation of all those things together, and it was just a little cocktail for what you're about to witness. So I want to apologize. I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to thank you with the deepest and most sincerest sense of gratitude for being here, for watching this, especially if you watch the whole thing. I'm assuming if you watch the whole thing, it's because you can resonate with some of the, you know, the notions, the emotions, or the energy that you may feel from me in this video. But yeah, I hope that it's not triggering for anyone, because yeah, life is a roller coaster. It's got so many ups and downs, and it's a beautiful journey when you just trust the ride. And yeah, with the knowingness that for every down there'll be an up, and every up there's going to be another down, and that's just the way that we experience this crazy thing that we call being human. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Guess what? We made it to Costa Rica! So for the first couple of days that we're here, well, for the first week actually, 8 days, we're staying in a little place called Pavones. It's like in the middle of nowhere. Literally, it was like a 5.5 hour flight from LA, and then like a 6 hour drive to get here. Yeah, we're staying in this cute little like surf shack. I want to show you around. It's, yeah, where one of Bear's friends owns a place, and he was like, yeah, you guys can go chill there for a week, and we were like, stoked. I don't know, stoked. Yeah, so that's me getting into the surf culture. Shaka. Yeah, so I'll show you around, and today is day 1. I slept so much yesterday because I sleep on planes and I sleep in cars, so I slept like 5 hours on the plane, 4 hours in the car, and then we went to bed at 6:30, and then I woke up at 4:45 hoping, actually I woke up at 10:30 last night, and I was thinking that it was like time to get up, and I was like, holy crap, I have so many more hours of sleep left, and somehow I fell back asleep. Win. Yeah, and then it's like really rainy here, so it was overcast, and it just kind of, it's still overcast even though it's like, oh my god, look at the sweat drip down my arm. Can you see that? So I woke up late. We both woke up late because the surf wasn't exactly pumping this morning. It is now, and Bear's out surfing, which gives me the opportunity to show you around without his cute little tush being in the way. I am so hot. Yeah, so I just went for a stroll, hence the utter sweat. There is aircon in here, but I'm not going to use it during the days because what's the point? I kind of enjoy the humidity and the sweat, but the humidity is real. Like, nothing is going to dry. Our towels aren't even going to dry, so that's going to be interesting. But I secretly kind of like that. Is that bad? We're both clean freaks. He even more so than me, which I find so attractive. It's not even funny. But yeah, we'll see how we go. After like 4 days, we'll probably be like, okay, we seriously need to like deep clean everything and wash. But yeah, we'll try to find that. So we didn't bring boards. There was boards here for us. His mate left them for us. We both have to go get leashes though. I'm assuming he already has, because I just went for a walk and he's gone. So we've got a little hidey hole for the key. Yeah, stoked. The sweat though, look at that. It's coming off. It's sweating out. Just sweating out all the toxins. Oh, yes, I'm gonna be shredded. All right, I'll show you around. So I'll start at the front door. So this is our little chill deck. How sick is that? 2 hammocks, a day bed. This was in the middle, but we moved it so we can do some yoga and workouts out here. So that's the surf right there, and all the way out there, but you can't see it. Look, we have some, these are cacao. How cool is that? And if you've never tried cacao fruit, I definitely recommend it. And then we walk on in. I should really keep this closed for the bugs, because that's what happens when you're in the tropics. So this is another bed, but we've just used it as storage because there isn't a lot of space other than that. There's a little aircon and a fan. And then this is our kitchen setup, which is stoked. It has everything that you need except for a blender really, and protein powder. But we've gone and stocked up the fridge, and there's, yeah, some cafes and stuff. We've got like granola and bread and stuff with there, and all the chickpeas and snacks, and gluten-free cookies and tea, yes. And then this is this little cupboard space, and boards up on top. This is our bathroom. Look, the toilet has shells in it. I love it. And the shower's in here. Little dolphins. Nice little, oh, you can't actually see it. That's the shower. And there's a little library. And then, and then there's another door, and we go up the stairs into the main bedroom, which has windows all around. And yeah, it's like just a little raise. There's like electrical points, there's an aircon, and you can see the surf right out there. So Bear is currently out there somewhere. Dinner going. Bear's upstairs. This is a whole bunch of veggies and hand foods. Pasta and broccoli. Oh my god. Something mayonnaise. Even chili. Avocados. Limes. Yeah.
was just thinking on like how much technology has advanced since I was young, and like since I first started doing like surf trips and stuff, and like I was thinking about like I thought, oh, I'm living in such a like an incredible time, technological time, and I was thinking like, oh, I wonder what it's gonna be like in the future.
You've already too much. You've got to send someone something and they're like, airdrop, email, text, WhatsApp, Viber, Instagram. What are you sending it on? Do you know what I mean? Let me show you how magical. That's what I call a good morning.
Hi guys, so to my YouTube channel, and this guy there, and now you can see on the studio.
Wonderful. That's helping so much. Thank you.
Just leave it for a while.
What would I do without you?
Be less stressed.
Be less stressed? Come on. Fight for it. Watch out! It's gnarly and brown from all the rain, so not exactly ideal. Okay, surf check was a fail. I checked it, it sucks. So I'm thinking I might go back to a workout and then go for a walk in the rain maybe. The rain walk could be quite nice. I don't know. I have a lot of work to do, but I want to be able to move my body today, so that's the priority. Okay, I know this looks disgusting, but it's cacao chia seed pudding with coconut cream, lime, real cacao, like pure organic cacao, peanut butter, and then a little bit of almond milk this morning. This might just be the world's largest caterpillar. And it's velvet. So freaking cool. Come here! Oh, hello, gorgeous. Let's see if this will stay. Okay. Well, today's been a very unproductive day, she says as she puts on her boyfriend's glasses. How weird is the word boyfriend? Is that just me? Anyone else think boyfriend is weird? Doesn't seem like it does it justice. I know it sounds like high school, or like immature. I find it very strange when I have to say boyfriend about Bear, because he will always be my best friend first and foremost. So I think it's weird saying boyfriend, but I'm having an ADHD paralysis day where I find it very hard to do anything except for stare. Just, excuse my swearing, mind the French word, but nothing but fucking stare. Fucking staring at everything. Just unblinking for probably like 10-15 minutes at a time, and then I'll find something else and I'll stare at that. I woke up, I had a cup of coffee, I did some yoga, saw a really cool caterpillar. I did a workout, a little booty up workout, but it didn't really, I don't know why, in the last couple of days it hasn't really felt like it's done much. It doesn't feel that hard in like a bad way, like I'm bored doing the workouts. I think maybe just because I think I've just got cabin fever. Like, we've been in this tiny little place for a week now, and it's just been raining pretty much the entire time. It's raining again now. We're gonna go for a walk in a little bit. Bear takes, we have like different morning routines. So Bear likes to wake up a little bit later and have a coffee, do a poop, have a coffee, do another poop. I envy his regular bowel movements. As someone with celiac disease, I do not have the pleasure of regular bowel movements, of predictable bowel movements. Quite envious of that. And then likes to like write and do web stuff, like work straight away, like making and editing content, writing captions. Yeah, and there's been a lot more of that, especially this morning, just because he was launching a breathwork certification course, which is really cool, like a group one. So if you're interested in that, you can probably find it in his bio if you've ever thought, hey, I want to, and this isn't like a promo your boyfriend kind of thing, this is just like, if you're interested, I'm sure you can find more information there. Just like a small intimate group of people online. I think it's like 9 weeks. Yeah, I'm keen to, I'll just be with him as he's teaching at all the classes. So I'm keen to learn from him because I learn so much. Every time he puts on these glasses, I'm like, 1, damn daddy, and 2, you look so smart. I'm going to learn so much. So much. I think these are a bit foggy. These are just blue light glasses, but still they make him look so much more intelligent. He is very intelligent. He's very intelligent. I brushed his hair, but then didn't shower. I normally only brush my hair if I'm about to shower. Like, so it gets rid of the knots, because I can't brush my hair when it's wet. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. And he only ever brushes his hair when it's wet, and he uses one of those, like, they're not a dog brush, but they kind of look like a dog brush. I think you know the ones that I mean. And yeah, I don't really know why I'm telling you all of this, because I have no filter, and I'm currently incapable of doing the things that I need to do on my to-do list, which is like a bunch of emails, like so many emails, it's not funny. And yeah, organize retreat stuff. Also working on, like, I mean, it's just general emails, working on something that I've been working on for like 2.5 years now, and like 2 years, and it's just exhausting. It's very exhausting. It just feels like it gets like drawn out a lot more than necessary, but it will get done. Rented out my house. Woo! Like, as I was at the airport on the way here, the realtor called me and was like, hey, we don't actually even need to put the pictures up or like put it up on the website because I think we found someone. I was like, sweet. So that's cool. And then the neighbors, Tom especially, is just like FaceTiming me every day, which is really nice. I miss him. And yeah, that's kind of what's been going on over here. Just a lot of rain. So we came here to Pavones so Bear could surf, because it's the world's 2nd longest break. I don't know whether I told you that already or not. The old memory's not that too sharp. And yeah, he got like 1.5 days of surfing, like afternoons of surfing in. And he said it's a really hard workout because of how much paddling there is to do, because the wave's so long you have to paddle against the current to get back out there. And so yeah, he's feeling, you know, fit and active because he's been doing stuff, and I've kind of just been upstairs, downstairs, occasional surf track in the rain, back to downstairs, like that front porchy bit. It's just kind of been where I've spent, I want to say 90% of my time since I've been here, since the last 6 days. Occasionally go for a little beach walk, and went to the beach, got a little bit of sunshine once. So I know it always looks like I'm out and about in the sunshine, but I haven't been, and I don't know whether I'm about to get my period or what's the date. The last couple have come early, so maybe I am about to get my period, which would explain the like grumpy. I'm a grumpy kills, or it's just cabin fever and I'm just really over the rain. I want to go adventure. I don't want to sit in front of a laptop and do stuff. I want to go on a hike and find a waterfall, and I want to slip in mud. I want to cook. For some reason I love cooking since being here. I want to cook and cook and cook, but I can only cook so much because, you know, then we'd have too much food and Bear and I can't eat it all. I want to learn how to chisel a horse out of wood. Like, how random is that? I want to learn to berry pick. There's no berries here, but I want to learn how to do it like a pro. That's what I feel like doing today. I don't feel like doing the emails and work that I've got to do. So it's been a very long morning. A very unproductive long morning. I had a really nice meditation yesterday. And I know that when you don't feel like meditating, it's exactly what you should do, but I do not feel up to it today. And Bear was like, why don't you just have a day each week? Like, you just allocate a day where you do nothing so that you don't like burn out. And I don't feel burnt out. I feel so good when I do all the shiz. I feel so good. It's not like burnout, it's like, and if I were to allocate a day, and I said this to him, I was like, it's a great idea, like, thank you so much for your input. But the problem with ADHD, especially like productivity paralysis, is, oh wow, they do work, is I would not be able to choose what day that is. So if I chose a day, let's say I chose Wednesday, and I got to Wednesday, and I was like, all right, have the day off today, I do nothing. One, I don't know how to do nothing. Who knows how to do nothing? I know how to do nothing. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate doing nothing. And then I would get in like that mood, and then I would not be able to pull myself out of that mood. Does that make any sense? So then like Thursday would also be unproductive. Friday would also be unproductive. I have to like do shiz every day. Otherwise my entire life will just be a big slump. Blah. Meh. Anyway, it's kind of how I'm feeling. We're leaving here in the morning, and we're going and staying at one of our friends, Andrew's house. Andrew Seeley, he is fellow yogi. He's such a beautiful soul. He's such a character. He's absolutely beautiful, and I think that's exactly what I need, is a bit of a change of scenery and yeah, some fresh energy. I think there's a bunch of other of our friends who are also staying at his at the moment, so yeah, it'll be cool to catch up with them all. But yeah, that's kind of it for now. I'm gonna do it. Got my laptop. I got this. Maybe. Meh. What is happening? What? What the fuck? Why are so many marked as unread? Someone asked me one question that should be really easy to answer, but it is not. And it feels like it just throws me off for the rest of forever. Does anyone else feel like they just don't function the way that you're supposed to function? It's like a reoccurring theme and thought and feeling for me. Is like I don't function the way that I meant to, the way that everyone else does. And I constantly go back to like, what's the point in trying to do anything when I'm not anyone? Does that even make sense? Like, why would I try to do the things that everyone else does when yeah. I kind of just want to live off grid and learn about permaculture and wood twiddling. Twiddle? Do you twiddle wood? Tweedledum. Anyway, it's like slap in the face. How did that happen? I can't be right either. I don't like that. I'm a grumpy day. Probably is not the content that anyone's here for. It's not the content I'm even here for. That's just my life today. You know what I mean? Hey fam. So just a little disclaimer. It is currently 3 months since, almost 4 months. June, July, August, 3.5 months since I filmed this video. I haven't touched any of the footage until tonight. And upon looking at it, I've discovered that it may potentially be triggering. I recorded it, when I wasn't yet comfortable, and I didn't realize it at the time, but in retrospect I was like, whoa, like watching this footage. I wasn't comfortable enough in myself within the relationship, and I find that all the footage that I recorded was like really quiet because I didn't want to get in the way of Bear, which now I'm like, what? Like, just do you. If you get in the way, he can just tell you to shut up. Because that's just how our relationship is developed, especially like coming from a friendship first. And so that part kind of like made me giggle. The second part of it is I recorded this after a week of like intense cabin fever. And I mean like intense cabin fever. Like we were in this tiny, like literally the size of the kitchen that I'm currently looking at in this villa in Bali.